Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I have a review for you. I'll be reviewing and testing the new Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer. So if you want to see how this concealer is going to work out, is it worth it or not? Just stay tuned. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would deeply appreciate it if you would hit that red button below, like this video, comment, and share. So yeah, so let's get started. But first, I want to say huge thanks to Influenster for sending this product to be reviewed. I deeply appreciate it for Influencer for sending this product because then I could test it out and make a video. And thank you so much. And just because a product was sent for free does not mean that my opinion is going to be biased. I just wanted to let you guys know about that. So let's get started. So the new Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer is supposed to be like a really full coverage concealer. It's a full coverage matte liquid concealer that easily blends to correct and naturally cover in one step and non-creasing for 12 hours. And it's available in 20 shades. It does retail for $34 and you do get 0.20 ounces of product, which is not a lot. And then when you open it up, it does come in a wand. And the wand seems a little bit flexible. And yeah, the product is definitely more liquidy, although it is a matte concealer, it is liquidy. So we're gonna try that out. And it does retail for $34, which is a little bit expensive concealer, but again, it's a Giorgio Armani concealer. So I've never tried any foundations or concealers from Giorgio Armani. I've been really wanting to try the fabric foundation. And I've heard a lot of people rave about that foundation. I've been wanting to try it, but it's expensive. It's $65 for that foundation. I definitely have to, think about it if I really want to try it out or not. But on the Sephora page, it does say it's a high coverage matte concealer that easily blends to correct and naturally cover in one step. It says, from dark circles to redness and blemishes, this concealer delivers high coverage payoff to hide imperfections throughout the whole day. This non-creasing stretchable concealer, I don't get it what it means to be stretchable concealer, but okay, is formulated with time-releasing oils to seamlessly glide across the skin for easy blending, a long-wear result. Okay, it doesn't say how to apply it, but I'm going to apply it like I usually apply my concealers, so let's get started. And I did receive the shade 3.5. It does have a strong smell, so if you're not into smells, then you probably will not like this concealer. So let's get started. And it is very liquidy, and this is like an ASMR moment. Yeah. And normally I just apply a little bit, and I already have foundation on me. I applied 2 foundations. I mixed my foundations with the MAC mineralized foundation with the Origins True Balance. And it's supposed to be like a full coverage, non-creasing. I don't know if you guys could tell. Like, it did brighten it up a little bit. It did brighten it up just a little bit. Let me blend this one out. And it says too that you could apply this on your lids, and that would also help with the eyeshadow to last a long time. So I'm going to apply this on top as well. Normally with my concealers, that's what I do. I always apply them on my lids as well. Apply this here. I really have like fine lines right here, and it doesn't seem to be creasing, like going into my fine lines so far, but it did like give me like a nice like coverage. Not a full coverage, I would say, but it did give me like a nice like brightness. So let's go within a little bit more. I know a lot of people go crazy with concealer, but honestly, I just like to go little by little. And do this eye first again. I'm definitely liking how it's looking on this area. Not necessarily, see, it gave me like a nice brightening effect. I don't know if you could tell from like 2 swatches here and from here. It's giving me like a nice brightening area. Not necessarily, I don't think it's like covering my dark circles, like a really high coverage. I definitely feel like this concealer is more like a little soft matte concealer. Not high coverage. For me personally, I don't feel like it's doing a high coverage, but I'm liking how it's looking on this area, because usually some concealers, although they may cover your dark circles, around this area they start to crack, start creasing. And honestly, with this concealer, I can see like it's giving me like a nice glow right here on this area, which I like. And it says here's a full coverage matte concealer, which I thought it would be like super matte and like super high coverage. I think it still gave me like a nice coverage, but I don't think it's giving me a nice coverage, but I don't think it's giving me like a full coverage. It's definitely watery. It's not drying as fast, so you could take your time working with this. I like the fact that it did brighten up this area. Not necessarily covering my dark circles, but it did brighten the area. And I like how glowy it looks. To set my concealer, I'm going to be going in with this Set Blur Finishing Perfecting Power from Estee Lauder. And I'm just going to take my sponge here and I'm just going to press that into my under eye here. See, I really have like pimples right here, like dark circles right here too. So I'm going to take a little bit of this concealer and I'm going to apply it here and see if it will cover it up too. I put this just a tiny bit here. Use the sponge here. Okay, so this is how the face is looking with my powder and concealer. So far I could tell, like I'm having some, like I have fine lines, so usually that always happens where I have some creasing going on. But so far itself, I could tell if a concealer is working for me or not. If I could tell if it's cracking right here. If it's cracking, kicking up right here, for me the concealer is not working. But so far, around this area, the concealer seems to be doing really well, which I like. Because sometimes, you know, for me, I personally find that concealers won't cover my dark circles. But that's okay, as long as they're working around this area and they don't look cakey or creasing, I'm fine. So far, it looks good. I'm going to go finish my makeup and I'll be back. And hopefully we could see how it's looking. So I'll be right back. So I'm back. I finished my makeup. I put up some eyeshadow, some mascara, some lips, some blush, and bronzer. Honestly, to be honest, I think the concealer, it was really lightweight. Although it claims to be a full coverage matte foundation, I feel like it's definitely not a matte. I don't feel like it's a matte concealer. Did I say foundation? I meant concealer. It's definitely not a matte concealer. I feel like it might be like a soft matte, but not definitely like a matte concealer like the Tarte Shade Tape. No, it's not like that. It's a full coverage. I don't feel like it's a full coverage. As you can see, you can still see my dark circles around here. I don't think it's a full coverage. The only thing I would say is that it does apply really good. Like, I like how it applied. I like how it's looking around this area of my face. I like how the concealer looks. It doesn't look cakey, because I know some concealers tend to cake up right here around my cheek area. Personally, that's how concealers tend to do. I know, like the Tarte Shade Tape, for instance, for me it does kick up here and it starts looking crusty. Definitely I could see immediately, like, this concealer just gave me like a nice filter area right here, which I really liked. But honestly, to be a full coverage concealer, I don't think it is. Is it worth $34? I honestly don't think it is worth $34. If I had the money, would I purchase this? Like I said, if I had the money, the budget for it, I would definitely give it a try if it was for me. Because I really want to try the Giorgio Armani foundation. I really want to try it and see how that one works. But I have to wait a little bit longer for that. But I definitely think this concealer, if you don't like full coverage, if you like a soft matte concealer, if you like something that's just very lightweight, then this concealer is for you. Although it claims to be full coverage, I don't feel like it's full coverage. So if you don't like full coverage, you just like a little bit of a coverage, then this concealer might be it. And you saw that I applied like 2 times, 3 times just to build it up, and still it gave me like a nice filter concealer wise, I think. But definitely I feel like I really like how this area is looking. I'll put a close-up images here, how it's looking under my eye. And like I said, I have fine lines already, so they're gonna go in there. You know, it's impossible for concealer not to go into your fine lines. And although it claims not to go into your fine lines, to be, you know, creaseless, it will definitely crease a little bit around your eyes. But definitely creasing around my cheeks No, which I like, which I personally love. I love concealers that they don't do that, because I know I've tried other concealers where they tend to cake up right here and they start creasing around my area and it looks nasty. But so far it looks good. Would I buy it? I would definitely give it a try and buy it. I do feel like it's kind of a bougie brand. Giorgio Armani, it is a bougie brand. It's more high end. So you're paying a little bit more money, and you're only getting 0.20 ounces, and it's $34. So for $34, you have to think about it if you really want to try out the concealer. And again, go and swatch this in person, smell it, and see if you like the smell. Like I said, it does have like a little strong smell. So if you're not into smells, this concealer it's not for you. But application wise, I like how it applies. It's very creamy, very liquidy, like it said. It does apply really well. It doesn't dry up. You have time to blend the concealer up. But coverage, it does claim to cover dark circles. I feel like it doesn't cover dark circles. As you could see, you guys saw that my dark circles are still peeping through. But definitely I like the application. It gave me like a nice soft filter. I think this concealer is more like a nice filter. But for me personally, I really like how it looks on my face. I like how it looks on my skin. It just looks like a really natural concealer, which I like. You can't even tell I have concealer. It just looks like I'm really glowing under my eye, which I personally like. So definitely, if you're looking for a full coverage concealer, keep on looking, because I don't think this concealer is a full coverage concealer. I think if you're looking for something to cover your dark circles, definitely this concealer is not for that, because definitely it claims it's for dark circles, but you can see, like, you can still see my dark circles. So yeah, so I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would deeply appreciate it if you would hit that red button below and share this video too. You never know who this video might help. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.